Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here is your tarot reading for the season of Gemini. Have you been burning the candle at both ends? Or are you just feeling a little bit burnt out? Or perhaps are you assuming that things aren't going to go that well or aren't going to turn out quite as you'd hoped? Well, never fear. Uh, yes, these may be questions that are bubbling up in your mind over Gemini season, but I don't share those concerns whatsoever. We kind of started with a bit of a bump, hence why I asked some of those questions, with the sun in reverse. Now, the sun upright, usually the card of freedom, of enjoyment, satisfaction, all things just running in flow. And when it came in reverse, I thought, oh, okay, maybe this is about disappointments or frustrations, setbacks, dark surprises. But then the rest of the cards looked so promising and so great that I thought, no, that's not what's going on here. And I'll explain a little bit in a moment what is, if you just bear with me one moment, because the first thing that I wanted to show you is the fact that we've got four major arcanas all in turn. We have the Sun reversed, Temperance, the Empress, and the High Priestess. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Four major arcana. Major arcana usually talk about big shifts, big life events, the universe certainly coming in to assist us, teach us lessons, all of those things. And obviously, you've heard of death, the devil, the tower. None of these are quote unquote bad cards. No card in the tarot is bad. But generally speaking, these cards are very uplifting. Let's use that word. Um, and there is a stark contrast here between the sun's energy and what I would say is the temperance and the empress and the high priestess. I'm going to pose a question for those tarot buffs out there, or maybe you can just intuit the answer anyway. But what do these cards have in common? Well, they're very feminine energies. Yes, the Temperance card depicts the Archangel Gabriel, or Michael, depending on your take, um, or Raphael even. It's never a fixed thing. But let's say it shows an archangel of a male description, although strictly speaking, I'll get myself into such a bind here. Strictly speaking, angels don't really tend to have genders. But anyway, let's not get into semantics. The point is that it definitely embodies the divine feminine, especially the Empress and the High Priestess, whereas the Sun represents the divine masculine and the High Priestess is its direct opposite. Well, I suppose the Moon is its direct opposite, but obviously the High Priestess is ruled by the Moon. So we have the Moon versus the Sun here. And this is what prompted me to ask that question. Are you feeling burnt out? Have you been too long in that masculine energy? It feels a little bit depleted. It feels a little bit run out. Now, even if you're identify as a male and you're watching this video, doesn't mean that the divine feminine doesn't apply to you. The divine feminine is more around the qualities of receptivity, of intuition, of nurture, of stillness, all of those yin aspects of us. Curiously enough, I was speaking a lot to Taurus about this male and female duality. So go and check out their video too, because there's almost certainly things that will overlap the fact that you're both earth signs. But we're also within this. That said, just as a quick aside, the High Priestess arrived for the Taurus too. And what else was I going to say? There's so much information coming through for you guys, it's great. But we have the High Priestess, which is the duality. It's almost got this sign of Gemini, and we've got the towers of Boaz and Yakim, the yang aspects and the yin aspects. And there's this real polarity going on. Well, why? It's because we're in Gemini season, and the celestial twins are that symbol of duality, of opposing forces within our lives. Now, there is an important point of difference between your reading and Taurus's reading, because for Taurus, it was about finding this sweet spot, finding this balance between these opposing forces. For you, I would hazard, Virgo, that it's more to do with sitting in your feminine aspect. Um, so the questions to be asking yourself are, have I been nurturing to myself recently? Have I been receptive and passive and been checking in with my intuition? Have I been meditating? Have I been cultivating stillness? Have I been checking in with my divine feminine power? Or, as another aspect, have I been connecting with my divine creative power? These are the two forces that the High Priestess and Empress represent retrospectively. And the Temperance seems to be appearing time and time again through the readings, because it's that card of alchemy, it's the alchemical card, that is trying to find that balance. And you'll notice that the angel's feet, one is on land and one is in the water. What does this mean? Well, it's one foot in reality, one foot in fantasy, one foot in the rational mind, one foot in the subconscious mind. Again, all of these themes of duality. Duality appears time and time and time again within the tarot. Why? Because duality appears time and time again in life. And whereas not only Taurus, as I mentioned, but many of the tarot card, sorry, many of the readings for Gemini season has been about finding this sweet spot, finding this balance between these extremes. I am going to almost prescribe you to just go straight into your feminine, because of this instance of the sun in reverse shows that dynamicism, that outward expression, that need to go out into the world has probably been happening for slightly too long. And now it is a time to go into your inner world, to pull back, to settle, to receive, nurture, be passive in all of the ways that I've been speaking about before. This will be the perfect balancing point for you. If you disagree, that's absolutely fine, but do look at, well, what do I need to bring things back into order? And I bet you that that has a lot to do with stillness and receptivity and nurture. There could be an instance, I suppose, with the sun in reverse about a lack of confidence, your confidence having taken a little bit of a knock. The sun is loving your Tarotscope so far? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that you never miss a reading. Drop your favourite emoji or share your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from you. And check out the pinned comment below to find your rising and moon signs for a full 360 view of your season ahead. You'll also find a quick link to sign up for email alerts so you're always in the loop when a new Tarotscope drops. Now let's get back to your reading. Very strongly linked with the solar plexus, which governs our self-esteem, our sense of power, our honor code, all of those things. So that may have been a little bit dimmed up until now. So what's the answer to that? Well, again, it is very much about asking your intuition, connecting with your soul, connecting with your spiritual self, and connecting with your divine feminine. I feel that that is a real process, and then that will result finally into this Queen of Swords. Interesting that the Queen of Swords is the only minor arcana we see here, and the minor arcana I often see as the who, what, where, and when. So it's the more doing actions. So from the back of this connection with the divine feminine, then the Queen of Swords shows up, and the Queen of Swords is all about decisive action, decisive plans, knowing exactly what to do and when. She doesn't second guess, she doesn't wobble, she doesn't and ah. She goes, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. She is able to cut right down into the heart of things, and that is what you're encouraged to do. There's also an aspect with the Queen of Swords in relation to her mind. She governs the mind, the swords being the element of air and thought processes. We are entering into an air month or zodiacal month with Gemini. Therefore, it is speaking about. I'm going to be completely frank here. I just finished Taurus's reading and I started a take and I thought this is all nonsense. I'm not happy with this at all. Got about 3 minutes in. So I stopped. I collected myself. I meditated just for a minute or so. I woke up and gave a really good reading. I just managed to kind of steam all the way through. And that's kind of the process here. It's like the moment of pause, that moment of receptivity, that moment of finding balance again, so that when we do make decisions, then when we do speak, when we do communicate themes that Gemini embodies, we're able to do that with a succinctness and a directness. Very exciting. Does that help? Does that resonate? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you. It encourages me to keep releasing videos like this. Do you want to learn more about the tarot? Well, I've got you covered. I'm releasing weekly explorations around the major arcana, and then we'll do the minor arcana later. Go and check out the video library as ever for that. Go and check out the channel. But until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful month, and I shall see you then. Bye for now.